All righty. Good morning, everybody. Time of being here at Scottish Fitness. Getting ready to fire up some breakfast. I'm going to talk about yesterday. I had a really good workout. I felt great about the weights I hit and feeling like I'm getting pretty much back on top of my game. Worked my way up to 200 kilograms, which is 440 pounds. My goal is to hit 485 in the gym, and then at least 551 or 451 in competition, which will break some of my records. I'm trying different times to do this chat. I've been going over my analytics, trying to see when people are actually on. I do have a new camcorder up and running. It's just not user friendly, so I'm just basically using it as a camcorder for the computer. I still have a box. Might be sending it back, or I might just wait and save up on a better one and kind of have a spare. I'm not sure. It just doesn't have a very user-friendly menu system. So anybody who's developing electronics in that, if it's not user-friendly, it gets returned. So today, it's going to be basic breakfast. Just bacon and eggs. I always buy the bacon from a meat market, whether it's inside Hy-Vee or a separate one. I find the bacon to be a much higher quality. To my people over in Europe, I guess people say that's pretty much how they buy all theirs, which makes perfect sense. Somebody give me a number one to make sure that my volume is good. I did remember to turn the mic on this time. So hopefully I won't have that issue. Today, I'm going to go to the local gym and think about deadlifts. Somebody wanted to see a deadlift video. I'll probably just use the camcorder there and either do it as a live. Lives are just easier because I don't have to sit there and wait 15, 20 minutes for the video to upload. And that'll be there for anybody to replay and that, and gives me a chance to answer questions. Or I might just do the video. I haven't made up my mind yet. So I got the bacon going. I slow cook it. When I do come home, I usually have one of these cans of tuna. So you got 3 servings and 19 grams of protein per serving, so 57 grams in one meal. And if I wash it down with a glass of milk, I'm well over almost 70 grams. So more than I need in the meal, but it tastes good. And tuna don't store well once you open it up, so I pretty much eat everything there. Chance once every 2 weeks or whatever, I pick up Band-Aids for the household. Oh, this camera's working. It's supposed to be this camera. Very interesting. I'm pretty sure that's now how I set it up. So the USB camera's there. Interesting. So my quality is not going to go as well as I would like it to be. Page X in your camera and microphone. Let's see if I can change that. Yeah, that's fine. I have to go to advanced system. Richard and appearance, security and privacy, autofill, you on Google. Okay, so that's not what I wanted it to do. And I don't know why it did it. It's one of those things that I'm going to have to figure out, I guess, later on. Share this page. I don't know if I want to block it. This page may need to be reloaded before new pages take effect. Okay, so I won't be messing with that today. So I do apologize for the quality. Won't be where I want it. I thought I had my HD camera going. And Google Studio decided to use the one on the computer, which wasn't the case yesterday. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh well. So today we're cooking breakfast. Yesterday I posted the same video twice. I tried a different title to see if I would get more or less reaction. So one just got the weight I'm benching. The other one's got how old I am and then benching. So as always, multivitamin, magnesium for muscle repair, zinc for muscle repair and for immunity, potassium, basically to help prevent cramps. It's only 3%. I also drink V8 vegetable juice. That's 15%. Vitamin C. Only taking one this time, but I took one earlier this morning. Super B complex. Helps with well-being, helps get more out of your food. And vitamin D3 for your skin and for your immunity. I'm getting all the other essential vitamins out of the multivitamin. Also, Fairlife is what I'm using for my milk. It's got half the sugar, 50% more protein, and then the great edible egg. Eggs are about, grade A, medium, or large, about 6 grams of protein per egg, 100 calories, clean calories, stacked full of all that good nutrition you need, bacon, protein, and very good flavor. So to kind of just go back to anybody just joining in, I'm going to be going to the gym later on today, probably doing deadlifts. I might be training somebody else in something else, but I can do both. Thank you for the like. And then also I'm going to do a quick video maybe later on today about injuries. Somebody asked about, how do I stay injury free? Have I had any injuries? I did back in 2019 on December 21st. And my video is actually there. It's one where I'm benching 3 times, and on that third lift, I have them rack it because I felt a little twang, and that twang turned out to be a slight tear. My whole chest and shoulder was black and blue. I didn't know if my lifting career was over. Stayed out of the gym for 3 weeks. Vince Robbins, the owner, wouldn't let me lift, which I wasn't going to anyway. But by February 28th, I went into a meet and hit a new personal best of 430. So I was extremely happy with that. Okay. Heck yeah, I would love to see you deadlifting today. Yep. So yeah, but you do some deadlifting. I'm really kind of playing around with grips. I've been trying just to keep the regular overhand one, but with the heavier weights, when I did compete, I had to switch over here. And the problem is if I start trying to pull up here, I get a pull here. I got to remember to just keep the arms down by the side. I might play around with the hook grip. So I'll be doing probably quite a few sets at 315. I don't know if I'll go any heavier than that today. I think I'm just going to do more volume and see how that goes. Saturday, I had John N coming out to the gym, lift with me. Very strong young man. We had a nice heavy bench and then military press. Went extremely well. He definitely is stronger than me on the military presses, but that's great. I love working out with somebody who's got a stronger exercise because that always motivates me to sit there and recommit to it. So, John, thank you for coming out on Saturday. If anybody else is in the Joliet Shore area or in the Streeter, Ottawa area, I welcome you to come out and work out with me. I'll adjust my time to come out there, and then we'll do a video on it. So, trying to grow the channel and that, but I actually sat down with an advertiser about them growing the channel. I'm going to get some more information on it, but he was worth listening to. So, today, I think it's a 4-egg day. Only because I'm not doing anything else. I'm not cutting up a potato in there. I don't have all the vegetables to slap in there to flavor it up. So, what I'm lacking in the add-ons, I'll make up in volume. So generally, this is my breakfast time. The cat's already been in earlier today. I posted that video. She used to be a wild cat. Well, I don't know about wild, but at least she was very untrusting. I think somebody dumped her off as a kitten. I'm out here in the farm, that happens. For about 6 years, she would just sleep in the shed and eat whatever scraps I threw out in the garden. And then December 2020, she came up to the door, meowing, opened the door. She stayed there. I fed her. And now she has managed to get herself in the house every now and then. Even though the wife is allergic to cats, she's very, very convincing. So I know in the morning when my wife comes down to get ready for school, she'll let the cat in. The cat will just sit there right on the rug, just as content as can be. But she's a really good mouser. I will usually catch 30 or more mice in the traps in the house. And this year, I think so far, it's only been 3. So usually about every afternoon, she'll come up with a mouse, a vole, a rat, baby rabbit, bird, toss it up against the glass door to let me know that she's a hunter, she's providing, no matter how much I feed her. She has gained quite a few pounds since she decided to become a family pet, but I try to keep her from gaining too much weight. But I guess if she could still hop in my lap, everything's good. So yeah, deadlifts today. Probably do a short video on my injury. I'll probably just do that right off the phone. It'd be a pretty easy one to do. And so probably at least 2 videos I'll download later on. I appreciate everybody's support. I had a World of Trains. I shared my video yesterday. He's got a pretty nice channel. If you're into trains, I would highly recommend it. Also, I get some people over here for a breakfast chat from Prepper Nation. I appreciate John sending them over. You know, as YouTube channels, it always benefits to help each other. It's not like we're in competition. You know, I do my chat after his because I want to listen to his chat. He's got good information on it. So I got 4 eggs in there, some fresh ground pepper. I'll switch it over to iodized salt or sea salt. Your body needs dieting, so I'll use the iodized salt every now and then. I am getting a lot of salt for my body just through my diet, so I don't worry about it too much. And then when it comes to milk, 8 ounces is 13 grams. I usually drink about at least 12, sometimes 16 ounces for breakfast. It's also carrying about 100 calories per serving. So between the eggs, the bacon, and the milk, I've got about 700, 800 calories for breakfast, which is a good amount of fuel for me to get my workout in. Same thing, how many calories we got in these babies? So 130 calories per serving, so you got almost 400 calories in the can. So as soon as I get done workout, I chug a protein shake because I've tore up muscle and the body wants to heal. And then that gets me home because I usually will stop at the store or whatever, pick up supplies. When you're at the store, you may want to pick up extra supplies while they're there. I don't know how it is with everybody else, but the selection is getting few and far between. You made the sausage gravy last night and put it over scrambled eggs instead of biscuits. So good. Yeah, we used to do that in the Army too. We used to go to one mess hall, and it'd be just a big scoop of hash browns, a big scoop of scrambled eggs, crumble a biscuit over it, and then they would just put that sausage gravy. I mean, literally the plate would just be slopping over. And my Army buddy and I, Robert, we used to hit that one and just pay out, especially after a long run. So that recipe came from my daughter. I think what I'll do is I will put that on some of my videos as a thumbnail so you can download it. I thought I did, but I might have forgotten. I can't do it from the computer because it asked me to use this new program now it wants me to pay for it. And it's really upsetting me because I don't want to get stuck into a payment. I don't even want to send someplace I don't know any of my payment information. So it's one of those things you got to be careful what you click on. But I can also do it through my phone. So I'll be doing that way. Today I'm just doing the eggs over medium. Real easy way to cook them. Like I said, 4 eggs, there's 400 calories, 24 grams of protein, got 100 calories with the bacon, probably about 8 grams of protein there, so I'm 32. Then I've already got about 20 grams there, so I'm at 52, and another 200 calories, so there's my 600-700 calories for the day. I'll work out, I'll chug a protein shake, I'll come home, I'll eat one of the big cans of tuna fish. I usually buy it in vegetable oil or water, don't matter. And then every now and then I'll get those smaller cans, the fancy ones that are in olive oil. And I do like those. I don't mind paying the extra. Hey, Steve, how you doing? Yesterday, I would very much see your deadlifts. So, see, I'm going to do deadlifts today. I don't know if I'm going to go really heavy, but I'm probably going to do a lot of sets at 315 pounds. I'm just starting to pull again myself. I can't put that much breakfast away. I wish I could. You lift heavy, you'll be able to. And you got to train your stomach. If you're eating small meals, then just eat more of them. But usually breakfast and dinner is a big meal. I went out to dinner at an Italian place, but I don't know. I was in the mood for fish, so I had cod. And I was just in there for the protein. And then when I got home, I had a big glass of milk to get more protein. I can tell when the body needs it because I'm sore. Sore is a good thing. Pain is not, but soreness is. Sore means that you worked out properly and that you tore some muscle up. So I got this morning, had a big glass of milk. And then I had coffee. Rumor is there might have been some Baileys in it. But hey, you got to have some fun. What time is it now? About 9:20. So I'll probably get to the gym by about 11 o'clock. Usually about 11 to 1:30 I'm at the gym. Got a young man there that I'm training for a meet. Hopefully he'll be there. I think he said he would. While I'm doing deadlifts, I'll train him on bench. My next bench day will be Thursday. And I'll try to keep from doing a third one. So the last 2 weeks, I've benched 3 days each week, which I rarely do that. I wouldn't say I never did it because I have, but I rarely do it. And it did give me some real good benefits, but I think I'm going to enjoy the 3-day break on Thursday, and then my next bench should be on the Monday again. So once the eggs get fairly cooked, sometimes I need another flip. I don't mind them running a little bit, but I don't want to mess on my hands. Being in the Army, I've learned to eat food and not worry about taste. Now that I'm cooking my own food, I make sure I got good taste. So that really helps out a lot. So once again, if we get a chance to stock up on medical things, I'm only stocking up Band-Aids because when I do get a cut, you go through these really quick. I mean, the last time I cut my hand, the knife fell out of the gun safe and it was that sharp. I literally went through almost a box of these because you want to make sure you get it cleaned. You want to make sure you keep it covered. You don't want to be getting any infections. So I will pick up, especially when they have buy one, get one free or buy one, get one 50% off. I'll grab them. It's just your regular, store brand. It's fine. But if your name brands are on sale, I'll grab them too. I go through a lot of tuna. So I keep these in huge quantities. Eggs. I usually get my eggs from the neighbor. And it's cold, so they're not laying enough. They're only laying enough for their use. So I haven't been able to get eggs from them for a couple of weeks. So I had to buy some store-bought eggs. Obviously, you can see a difference. The store-bought eggs, the yolks are yellow. The ones you get fresh from the chicken, they're orange. These are probably been out for a long time before they got sold. But it's protein, so I don't worry about it too much. What else? So stay healthy out there. Pay attention to your body. You start feeling some pulls or real tightness in certain areas. That's kind of let you know you might want to back off on that. Maybe one of these mornings I'll do pancakes. We usually do those on Sunday. And then what I will do is I don't use the store-bought syrup. My wife does, but I don't. Because it gives me adverse effects. And of course, when I want to show it off, I can't find it. But usually it's honey and raw honey. This is from the Great Lakes. And then pure maple syrup. There you are. pure maple syrup. And I find that keeps me from getting the shakes. When I use something like Aunt Jemima or Log Cabin or whatever, about an hour later, I'm coming down on a sugar rush. But with honey and pure maple syrup, which are much clearer sources of water, of sugar, can't sit and move this water dish around. But surprisingly, it has frozen. So I have filtered water I take out to her. It doesn't run in. Need more water, Kitty? Here you go. Here you go. There you are. People sometimes forget that you need to drink a lot of water in the winter. Even though it's not hot, your body's still getting rid of it. So the cat goes through a lot of water now, but because it's like 4 degrees out there, I got to either knock the ice off of it or I got to pour water on top of it. So yeah, today, deadlift, tomorrow will either be a rest day. Sometimes I take a rest day on Wednesday, especially if I know I'm going to be working on a Saturday. Or I just go in and I call them the pretty muscles, which are arms, your biceps, triceps, and then shrugs, your traps. You look good in a shirt when you have those off. John, how many eggs do you eat in a week? Just curious. About 4 dozen. So, about 4 dozen eggs. They're not just for breakfast. And I do make my own bread, so there's eggs. We have other recipes that require eggs. A lot of times, if I'm not eating tuna, I'll cook up 2 eggs, a couple slips of bacon, and have an egg and bacon sandwich. And then sometimes we'll have eggs for dinner. It's one of the least expensive ways to get really high quality nutrition and protein. A dozen eggs are, $1.50 to $2 a dozen. Sometimes I'll get the farm fresh ones for $3, but still you're figuring, go to a restaurant for an extra egg, man, they charge you the same price as a dozen. So that's why they like it when you do that. So yeah, about 4 dozen eggs a week, easily. Sometimes I'll dump them in my protein shake, so I'll drop 2 of them in there. It's just when I'm tearing up muscle, I've got to get the protein in there to rebuild it. Otherwise, you're putting all that work in the gym only to tear yourself up and not get the benefit out of it that you should be getting out of it. So there is that. So if there's no more questions, I'll probably end the stream here and get some food and take care of the rest of the morning ones. Sorry about the quality. My camcorder didn't want to pop it for some reason. I'll have to, I think maybe I have to have it hooked up when I'm setting it up. For whatever reason, YouTube Studio, because my camcorder wasn't plugged in, defaulted to the one which is on my laptop. It's that learning process. Cheers, champ workers. Have a great day. You too. Where are you from? Just curious. I know I get some Europeans during this time period. Yeah, get a little windy out there, and I've got those thick plastic things that, here I can even show you, that have the, like you can see in the coolers. So there's the kitty cat. And that's what's kind of getting her excited. But that really keeps the cold air off the deck. And she's like, let me in, let me in. I'm not an outside cat. Yes, you are. But we do let her in. Oh, yeah, from Alabama. Okay. So probably a little bit warmer there. I think somebody on the Prepper Nation once said it was like 30 degrees, which is probably cold for Alabama. But here, when it gets 30 degrees, we go out in jeans and a t-shirt. Not in the beginning of the winter, we don't. But after getting a couple weeks of single-digit negative temperatures, 30 degrees get pretty. Hey, Barry Meadows, how you doing, Tennessee? We're going to have to hook up for a workout one of these times, Barry. I'll cruise by my old stomping grounds at Fort Campbell. But I'm thinking maybe after my March lifts, I've got 2 events I'm going to hit. There's a possibility of a third one, but it's like I'm squeezing it in the next day, which probably is not too safe. But I would like to go and probably go to Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, swing across to South Carolina, North Carolina, come back up to Virginia, and probably Pennsylvania and Ohio. I know a lot of people there. Waking up to 54 degrees a day. Oh, man, that's golfing weather. Not that I'm not very good at it. They say, if it goes this way, it's a hook. If it goes that way, it's a slice. If it goes straight, that was a miracle, at least in my book. But I usually get about 18 holes in once every other year. I have fun with it. Can't go going crazy out there. So once again, vitamins and minerals. Keep yourself healthy. Don't forget about the bandages and antibiotics in case you get cuts. Lots of tuna, eggs, milk, honey, and pure maple syrup for your sources of sugar. And everybody have a great day and a great workout. I appreciate everyone stopping by. I appreciate all the like buttons there. And, here we go. Greetings from New York. Over the years to get strong. So, good question. Yeah, I'll keep the stream going as long as I get questions. So initially, when I worked out in my younger days, I was probably more for development, not for strength. So I did huge reps, like the medium weights. I would work out. Hey, Will Lazy. Hey, in the work, I wanted to pop in and say you inspired me to stay dedicated and keep up my diet. Good, I appreciate that. Channel's about nutrition and fitness and about inspiring everybody. Remember, all workouts are good workouts. If you do have any questions or want even further help, then you can contact me at scottishfitness@gmail.com. You can hit the join button. First level, I'll have some t-shirts and stuff available. Second level, I'll actually give you training advice through either chat, messenger, or video chat, or email. And then for the local people, there's a third level that's considerably more, but I'm actually meeting you at a gym, and I've got a few of those too. So I used to do a lot of reps. In college, I was benching maybe about 285. And then I took about 4 years off in my 30s. I shouldn't have, but I did. And when I started back up, it only took me about 6 months to get back to my 285. And then I said, I would really like to bench 315. So to bench heavy, you have to bench heavy. To lift heavy weights, you have to lift heavy weights. So sets of 10 are not going to get you there. Sets of 10 warm you up. Sets of 5, sets of 3, sets of 2 will get you there. My workout yesterday that I showed, I got 2 videos. I just titled them different. But do me a favor, watch both of them. There is part in the background where the young kids are freaking out. But you can see that once I warmed up, and I was warming up with, the bar, 95, 135, 185, 2 1/4, 275. After that, I'll just, I did, 3 at 315 because I did more. Yeah. But I've got to save that energy for the heavier set. So then I did a deuce at 365. I did a deuce at 405. And then I knocked out the 440. Then I came back down and I hit 11 at 315. So the phases and doubles and triples, they seem to work for me. Me also because, being older, I don't have the endurance that I had when I was younger. Going for a 405 pause bench soon. I didn't feel ready yesterday, so I stuck with 320 times 9 reps instead, and that's a good thing. So, be honest, if you can do 9 reps at 320, you can do 405. I mean, if you can. Sometimes though, you're looking at those 4 plates, and it can get in your head. I've actually with some clients, what I would do is I would mix it up. I'd have 3 plates, and then 25, and then 10, and then a 5, and then 2 2.5s. And if they weren't paying attention, or they weren't really good at math, they'd bench it. And they say, "Wow, now I feel ready for 405." I said, "Yeah, you just did it." Sometimes you talk yourself out of it. So yeah, I do those, and then there are some days where I just do reps. I see how many I can knock out at 225. I see how many I can knock out at 315. But then I'll still do a 405 lift. I'll still keep that heavy lift in there to keep that muscle memory on it. Yeah, the psychological factor is huge, especially when you're competing. When I'm within 3 people ahead of me of my lift, I start pacing. I'm pacing because I'm getting myself motivated to hit that lift. If you're doing doubles and triples of 275, the drop set to your burnouts, I'll do 2 1/4. And then here's how I look at my drop sets. If I get an extra rep on that drop set, I know I'm going to do 5 more pounds my next workout. It's almost like clockwork. So yesterday I got 11, and I had got 11 the last time I worked out too. So am I going to go for 445 on Thursday? I don't know. I haven't made up my mind yet. But I think I didn't get enough rest. I think I jumped into that one real quick, because the gym was getting crowded. But if I do knock out 445 on Thursday, then I'm definitely going to want to get 315 by 12 reps. And if I get the 315 by 12 reps, then I know next Monday 450 is where I'm going. And I know I'm on my road to recovery. I'm already seeing it. I'm getting my size back because I had to take that month off because of the Charlie 19 and because of the holidays. And so when I started back up, I only knew I was at about 80% of what I'm capable of doing. Cat's trying to get himself in trouble. He's up on the deck table. Gotta be curious about everything. So yeah, that's definitely. So if you're doing the 275, drop down to 2 1/4, and try to knock out as many as you can. I'd say until I turn purple. Exactly. That's for me. Maybe because your drop set's a little bit lower, maybe it's 2.5 pounds. I actually did buy 1 pound weights. I use it for a little bit, not too often, but sometimes maybe that'll do it. If the 5 pound jumps too much, then get 1 1/4s on there. But they do sell them out there. But for me, because I'm in the 400s, an extra rep is usually for I don't understand VOM.ERD, but it's usually good for 5 reps or 5 more pounds. My best at 315 is 17 reps. And when I'm doing 17 reps, I'm good for 480. This year, my goal is 485. And then once I hit it, I think what I'm going to do is just try to get extra reps at 440. And then my drop set, realistically, will probably be. So do you have a video explaining your Patreon tiers? I do not. I need to make one. And I just opened up that Patreon, and I got a lot to learn about that. But on my YouTube, The first one at $295 or $299 a month, whatever it is, makes you a member, and I will have some T-shirts available, whether I go through YouTube form or whether I go through a local person. I've got 2 designs in mind, but I also those Operation 1620 shirts that I wear. I can sell you those. A portion of that goes to Operation 1620, which is part of the Benefits Veterans Network, VM, which I support, which basically we're getting veterans off of opioids and alcohol. We're not just about cannabis. I don't do cannabis myself. I don't have any of those issues. And a lot of those people, we try to get them off of that also. Yeah, it was that I no longer go to them. Those shirts I have a so the tanks, which you've seen me wear, are $25, whether male or female. T-shirts are $25. We also have hoodies, which are $45. And then obviously I'll ship it as cheaply as I can to the States. If it's overseas, I think it's just too expensive to do. At the $6.95 level, that's for people who want direct advice and development of workouts and fitness and nutrition. So at that point, you're contacting me through my email at scottishfitness@gmail.com. If you're on Facebook Messenger, we can video chat. We'll sit down for an hour. We'll talk about your nutrition, your meals, when you're eating meals, what you're eating, what your workouts look like, and what your goals are. And then I put together a program for you. And then the last one is at that $24.95, and that's for local. So that's for like a kid I'm training, where I'm actually walking into a gym and helping them. And that's a steal, because I do train people in the gym, and my rate is $60 an hour. Most people are $70 an hour, but I enjoy being in the gym. Okay, so when do you add weights to the drop sets? When the drop set is getting to feel more like cardio. Okay, so once I hit 17 reps at 315, I'll probably go to 325. Because really, for me to do that many sets, I'm doing cardio now. The thing is, with my age and my endurance level, I'm strong, and then it drops like a rock. So some of that to get to those higher reps is difficult, not because I lack the strength, that's because I just burn myself out. But if you don't set goals to push yourself, and realistic goals, so you're not saying, okay, I'm going to do 30 reps at 315 by March. That's not going to happen. So all you do is you get yourself frustrated, or you get yourself injured. So my goal is by March to be pushing 470s consistently, and probably double repping 440. If I do 2 or 3 reps at 440, I know I'll be good for that 451 in a sanctioned meet. And that's my goal in the early part of the year. And then I usually, after I do a double meet, I take a week off just to let everything heal, and then start the process over again. So, Yarnus, I would appreciate the memberships. They do help me. Also, you want to support the channel another way, we do have the super chats. I use those to buy better equipment, or take care of my daughters who are maintaining this YouTube channel for me. The one recipe I'll be putting on the thumbnails for biscuits and gravy is my daughter's. All the background coloration for my channel came from my other daughter, Cheyenne. Shayna did the recipes. She does a playlist. Cheyenne helped me knock me out a business card. So any super chats or memberships and that are most appreciated. Like I said, I can sell you the Operation 1620 shirts now. The plateau. I had to deal with it for a long time. I have plateaued for 2 years. It gets frustrating. It really does. When people say they're frustrated, I understand 100%. I just kept pushing it. Increased my food intake. Not by much, but I was like, okay, I'm eating 3 eggs a day for morning. I'm going to have 4. I'm drinking 12 ounces of milk. Now I'm going to drink 16 ounces. I was having 2 cans of the regular size afterwards. Now I'm having the big can, which is equivalent to 3. So, I added probably about 30, 40 grams a day to my diet, probably about 200-300 calories. And then basically just got stubborn. Said, okay, I'm going to press it down this day. I'm going to get it. Like I said, I stayed in the 415s, 420s for probably 2-3 years before I started making slow growth. And sometimes because I just wasn't putting the time in either. Just life got too busy. But, now I'm more focused on it. And then once you get to a level, it's easy to get back to that level. Because then you got that muscle memory kick in. When I do the times where I take the time off and I'm doing the lower weights, I'll still have the young generation come by and, got 315. You're like, oh my God, it's impressive. And I'm like, thank you, but, no, I'm usually pushing a lot more weight. So you got to keep yourself motivated. There's a mental game in there. There's a mental game. There's your nutrition. There's your rest. If you're not getting the rest, you're not going to heal. So, if you're burning the candle on both ends, you ain't going to heal. If you're out there partying and drinking and staying late and getting up early, you're not going to heal. If you're not eating the right amount of food at the right times, you're not going to. So when are the right time? Breakfast. Most important meal of the day. God, that's what gets you going. That protein right after you get done working out. Immediately after you get done working out, you get that protein in you. Get home, get more protein in you. Dinner, gotta be a big meal. And then, maybe a glass of milk or protein bar or something that's not going to upset your stomach before you go to bed. So, I got up at 7 o'clock this morning. I had a glass of milk. Then I had my coffee. And now I'm having my breakfast. So it's kind of like my second breakfast, but sometimes just a glass of milk with 20, 25 grams of protein will do wonders. Mm-hmm. 4 years. So when I started back up when I was 39, by the time I was 40, I was back to my 285, and then my goal was 315, which took me about a year. So I was 41. Yeah, to be honest with you, I figured that was where I was going to stay. I had no aspirations of doing 405. 6'4", I got this big long, arm span. I just had told myself, which is wrong, but I told myself it was not possible. And then I had a gym in Homer Glen, Charter Fitness, and this Aaron, big, just huge guy, 600-pound bencher down there. Actually, I think a little bit more. He asked me when I was going to do 405. I said, oh, come on, man. Look how tall I am. Look how long my arms are. So it sounds like you talked yourself out of it. I said, you're right. And I shouldn't have done that. And I had been talking to, my kids, don't ever sell yourself short. And then here I was doing what I was telling them not to do. So I think I was doing 335 at the time. So I set a goal of 405 in 2 years. And 20 months later, I hit it. So I think I was 44, maybe 45 years old. The first time I hit 405. It took me another 4 months to hit it again. And so then my goal was to stay at 405 as long as I could. My doctor is telling me, you shouldn't lift heavy. You're 45 years old. You know, my friends were telling me, John, we're old. You shouldn't be doing that. Everybody was telling me that. And I just said, well, I'm going to do it. So there's that mental game you got to get over with, because you're going to have a lot of people, and I don't think they had bad intentions, but they're trying to impose their, I wouldn't say values, but they're trying to impose their perceived restrictions upon you. You don't want to do that. The only person that can stop you from accomplishing something in all reality is yourself. You know, adverse from a bad accident or a bad injury, you are the person that can do it. I mean, I was talking to this Roy at the gym, and I mean, he spent 16 years in a wheelchair. You know, he had a childhood disease that did it. But, you know, now, I mean, he's buff. He works out there all the time, and he looks great, you know. So, I mean, if you talk about getting over adversity, he got over huge adversity. It would have been easy for him just to sit there and say, I'm stuck for the wheelchair. So he got himself out of that. So, yeah, I finally realized that anything is possible if I put the time and work into it. So, protein and then minimum. So I try to get a minimum of 200 grams of protein a day. So anywhere between 200 and 250 grams. Anything more than that, just passing through, really. But, you know, my body weight's a little over 250. So, in really heavy training, you want a half a gram to a gram per body weight. So what I do is I figure 5 meals, 50 grams each meal. Anything else is extra. So my protein shakes are not counted as a meal. They're counted as extra. I believe the best nutrition is the nutrition that you eat. Do I have protein shakes? Absolutely. You know, and I do recommend them. But remember, it's a supplement. It means it supplements your meal. It does not become your meal. Too many people think, okay, I had a shake for breakfast, I ate lunch, you know, and I had a shake at night, I had 3 meals. Now you had 1 meal, and that's why you're not getting any gains. I had to fuel up. As I don't mind doing these lives, as long as I'm getting questions, I'll keep it going to a point. Starting at 9 now, because I want to get breakfast into me a little bit sooner. Sounds like about 9:15, 9:30 is when I really get busy here, which is great. I'll give a shout out to the other channels that support me. So Wide World of Trains, shout out to him. Prepper Nation. John, he definitely sent a bunch of people over here, so I'll give him a shout out. Alaska Prepper Rudy, you know, he'll engage with me in that every now and then, so I'll give him a shout out. All right, taking this community, if you do have a channel, don't hesitate to say, hey, this is my channel and this is what I do. You know, because we're not in competition with each other, we can actually help each other out. So my channel is mostly fitness and nutrition. I do play around with the pet and cat. I do a little bit with prepping and being prepared. Yeah, so just starting, absolutely, good point. Start light. warm up with the bar when you're benching. Warm up with deadlifts with maybe those tall 10-pound weights if your gym has them. Same thing with squat. Just squat with your body weight. And I would spend the first 3 weeks just getting the reps in, because you don't want to go in and do a heavy workout the first day, because then you'll be sore to the point where you won't go back. So when I did start back up, I went and did 1 set, 10 repetitions of each exercise with light weights the first day. Took a day off. Second day I did 2 sets. Didn't change the weight. Took a day off. Next time I did 3 sets. Still hadn't changed the weight. Didn't care how light it felt. All right. And they were light weights. And I took a day off. Next time 4 sets. Took a day off. Next time 5 sets. When I got to 5 sets, I added weight. If it was a arm exercise, I added 5 pounds. If it was a bigger exercise, I added 5 to 10 pounds, depending on how it felt. And then every week, if that went easy, I added weight again. And it seems slow at first, but after 6 months, okay, that's that's significant weight, and you'll find yourself getting back in the shape you were. And then you're going to want to pay attention to where are you excelling, where do you need more help. If this exercise is hurting you, do the exercise differently. If a straight bar benches bothering you, try dumbbells. If that's bothering you, try a machine. If that's bothering you, try flies. Or combinations in there. Find something that's not going to bother you. Now, soreness is normal. If you're sore, you worked out. Extreme soreness means that you worked out too much. Pain is a different thing. Pain is telling you that something is getting overstressed, and you might want to give it a break. And then also learn about doing accessory ones. So if you are wanting to get back into it, Jeff, this is, I could definitely help you out. Get that membership at $6.95. Shoot me an email at scottishfitness@gmail.com. And I will put together your nutrition and the workout scheme. About once a month, we'll get on a video chat. We got the ability to do that and talk about how things are going and make any adjustments. More than happy to help you out with that. As I say, slow and steady wins the race. Weight training is a marathon. It's not a sprint. If you sprint, you're going to get hurt. And you don't want to get hurt because then you don't go back in the gym, or it's very difficult to. So it's been a great interaction here. I appreciate that. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you do have a channel, please share us on your channel. Their channel is kind of something neat in that. Post it on the live chat comments or post it later on the regular comments. I always check my comments afterwards, and I try to respond to them all, which at this time is pretty doable. And I'm just here trying to grow my channel to provide fitness and nutrition advice. And basically that's what the channel's about. It's not a political channel. Everybody's got their opinions, and God bless you. So I think I'm going to tie it off here now unless I get another question. I've tried this a few times. Oh, and here we go, Jeff. Thanks. You've been a huge inspiration. Hey, that's what I'm here about. So yeah, join the membership or not, but if you do, I can definitely give you more help. And tell your friends and that. You guys stay healthy and have a wonderful day.